Everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're a first-time watcher, glad to have you here. If you're a returning favorite, welcome back. So I know it's been a while, and so we have a lot to talk about. I took a little bit of a break there because once you get into around Christmas, it gets actually once around Thanksgiving, really. It gets crazy with all the kids' activities, family fun stuff on the weekend for Christmas and all that stuff, and plus candles they're already out for the holiday season, and people are burning them, and not many people are really looking at reviews. And spring hasn't quite been released yet, and spring is kind of getting there sooner than later. But anyhow, so was it a year or two ago? It might have been 2020. Might have been winter of 2019, 2020 there, where I got a pretty decent sized Yankee Candle Black Band haul. And if you guys aren't familiar with what the Yankee Candle Black Band is basically it's any candle made from Yankee Candle from 1992 to 2005, the end of 2005. And they have these black bands on them. And that's pretty much what most folks consider the golden era of Yankee Candle, right? It's still owned by Mike Kittredge up until around 98. So, you had about a good 7 years there, 6 years or so, where the black bands were still under his supervision, right? But then they got sold, and then they got sold again. And so the black bands ended the end of 2005, early 2006. And when they came out in 2006, these were the labels. So they were kind of very similar to the black bands in that they still have let's see, I'll move this one this way. Where they still have the name in the center, and then the picture, same picture label, same name in the center. Then they modified the top and the bottom there. And then from here, they basically moved on. This was only about a year. This wasn't really even a year until they transitioned to their labels that they would keep for the next 10 years, which would be these right here. So different names not on the pictures on the bottom. They moved around. They removed the word house warmer from it. They have other little things. Passion for fragrance. Then it became America's Best Loved Candle, and then they just kind of dropped it for no apparent reason. But Passion for Fragrance stayed over in the UK, but America's Best Loved Candle is what got put on here after 2008, somewhere around there. But Passion for Fragrance. So, anyhow, these candles, so you're right, I had picked up a haul back then and shared it with you. And those candles, got a good deal on them. I'm not going to turn down a black band at a reasonable price. And, because they're just going to go to waste, and they should be in the hands of, someone who appreciates them, a collector or whatnot. I just don't want to see them getting thrown out. Throw you a few bucks for it, you're going to throw it out. It's history. Nerdiness history, right? So anyhow, they were okay. They were pretty much a half to 3/4 used on them there, but there were some pretty rare fragrances, including a 1993 illustrated black band of fresh peach, juicy peach. One of those two things was fresh peach in there. So again, not going to turn it down if they're at least in good condition and not like, sooty or wax just splattered up on the side and whatnot. So anyhow, I was searching Marketplace, and someone had posted like 14 candles, and I looked at the picture, and 99% of them are black bands, all except for two are black bands, two or three. So I was like, and they were a good deal. I'll let you guess on the deal that I got for these, and I'll tell you what some of these are worth. And some of them are unburned, and the ones that are burned were burned like once or twice. So there's like a holy grail in here for me. There's like 3 of them that are like my holy grail candles that you never see. I think they were more, and I didn't get the full story, but some of these, I don't know why they had some of these candles. I don't know if there was somebody was huge into candles or what, but Some of these I have rarely ever seen. I've actually never seen in person. A couple of these. So anyhow, let's go through them real quick. Um, and we'll talk about each one a little bit here. So, not a black band, but 2006 vanilla caramel. This is one that it's not in the best condition. Um, and it does have that like kind of burnt caramel vanilla smell to it. So this one could be a candidate for just lamping it. And most of these I won't burn, but I want to try to at least fix them a little bit, like this one. Especially since it's not a black band, I don't really care too much about this candle. I'll just work on an experiment. But yeah, this is the one that has the price tag of. This was from 2000. It was poured in 2005, but it wasn't released till 2006 in this label. Back in 2005, it was $21.99 for a 22-ounce house warmer jar. Crazy because they were like $17 or $18 a few years before that. All right, next we got another one from 2006, Buttercream. I have a mini black band of that here. This is full unburned. Look at the lid there. You can tell from all the vanilla over the years. But man, it smells. Let's see. You see the oils and everything just kind of sitting on top. This one is very, very strong. Still smells like buttercream. This is one of the quintessential buttercream fragrances, in my opinion. It actually does smell like nice buttercream on those wedding cakes. So this one smells pretty good. Some of these don't, unfortunately. Sometimes candles lose fragrance over time, and one of these, it's great. I love it. It's rare. A couple of these are very rare, and it just smells musty and like no fragrance. Like the fragrance oil just died. Anyhow, so let's go to the next one here. Mandarin Cranberry. It's a black band. This was burned probably once or twice by whoever did. Burned it very nice. Potent. And this is Mandarin Cranberry to a T. Very nice. You can see some of the oils on there. This is a 2005 on here. But my gosh, this should be a returning favorite every year. This is really, really nice. Really, really nice. Yeah. And they have the old school lids on them. Also, these candles were bigger back then. These vessels were bigger than they are today. They have big, beefy seals on them that come up and out, and everything about the black bands was made so much better. So much better back then. All right, we'll go with smells brand new. Sage and citrus. Again, when they burn this, they burned it pretty good, not too much, but oh my god. Yeah. That's sage and citrus, alright. That's like going into a store right now and getting a jar. It's actually even a little bit more pleasant because it's not as like sharp and astringent as I feel the sage and citrus is now. That could be age or it could be a slight formulation change, but wow. I don't like sage and citrus, but I like this one. So maybe it's just because I'm not used to it. Alright, next up we'll go here is key lime pie. Again, burned, but burned really, really well. You can see the wear and tear of the candle, the age, but oh my god, let me tell you, it smells like the key lime. It smells like the key lime pie. It is outstanding. Color, color's fine for what it is, for its age, but it has to be trimmed. When they burn that, they really burn that, but there's no soot, so they're doing something right back then. This is a 2005 candle as well. Let's see here. Yeah, this is a 2005 candle. There. All right. Next up, we'll go with Ocean Water. Ocean Water in the black band, not very rare. Ocean Water in the in this label, rare. This was out for a few years. This is actually 2004 pour. love the label. The imagery just back then was just something else. This one still smells pretty aquatic. Not starting to go yet, but it probably will soon. But that smell, it just smells so good. This is a nice watery aquatic fragrance. And again, the burn, not too bad, can be fixed. Again, probably won't burn. Yeah, 2004. 2004. Okay, move that out of the way. Okay, we got some little ones here. We'll talk about that. So, green grass. Love green grass. Love the fragrance. First time seeing it in the black band. Obviously, it was green at one point, but the color left, and so did the bottom label. It's also not burned that great. There's wax splashed around, but I'd be curious. Still smells like grass. Still smells like the green grass candles I have. Damn. And if I had to guess, this is from 2003 because this Buttercream right here is from 2003. So I'm going to guess they were purchased together. I could be wrong. But it's at least a 2005. Oh, gosh. That just smells so good like green grass. I'm going to try to burn this because, again, it's a little one. And I'm curious to see how the little ones really burn in the black band phase. Next one we have here is Buttercream. This is from 2003, like I said. It's showing its age, right? So here's Buttercream from 2005. Here it is from 2003. This is what happens when candles aren't stored correctly or temperature change. The white wax and the oil separate. This is pretty much oil separation at this point. Because it still smells like buttercream, so it's not like it's bad wax. Yeah, this is probably just the oil separating, but again, burn like once and burn correctly once. Yeah, this is 2003 for that. All right, now let's hop into the rarest ones, the ultra rare ones I would consider. So this is a Yankee candle called Cape Cod in the scent Bay Breeze. And as you can see, it's actually a 2005 pour. So it's either from the Black Band era or slightly after, depending on when so they poured it in 05. So it could have been released in spring of 06, or it could have been poured in 05 and released in 05. Can't really tell based on this label. But this label, I have a few of these kind of labels in the old swirls. They were like this, that have cracked. And I don't know if they cracked because of age, dryness, what have you there. But as you can see, it's cracked, but it's still in pretty good condition. Now, this is Bay Breeze, like I said. Unfortunately, it's gone. It's musty. It's just not there. The scent's gone now. If I melt it, maybe that's just the top layer of wax. But it's at this point just a nice piece to have in the collection to have on display. And that's unfortunate, but yeah, so be it. Anyhow, now I've got 4 candles left, so let's go with this one and we'll go to the rare black bands. This one might be rarer than all of them, I don't know. Fully unlit version of Mediterranean Cypress in the World Collection. So there was the World and then the World Travelers Collection. The World Collection was like firsthand Yankee Candle Store, online, what have you. And then they later on went to the World Journeys Collection, which were 2-wick tumblers that you would find in TJ Maxx, Home Goods, Marshalls, outlets, those kind of places there. But Mediterranean Cypress, and most of them, if not all of the World Fragrance, World Collection transferred over to the World Journeys Collection. Mediterranean Cypress, probably one of the most sought after. Oh man, it smells good. It is a nice sweet cypress tree scent, or cypress shrub. And on here it actually says, with pure cypress oil from the Mediterranean. So they used to do that. They used to put on there, like with pure cocoa oil or something like that. There's one that says with lavender from France, right? But not anymore. They don't do that. Don't know if they really care or if they just, what kind of oils they use, but they cared back in 07. So yeah, this was a 2007 pour. Right there, 22 ounce large tumbler. Now, in no particular order here, these three are probably my holy grails. First up is Woodland Spring. This smells sort of like Irish Spring soap, unburned. There's something else in here that my scent memory is triggering. I've smelled it before, and I want to say it was a scent my grandmother used as a kid, and maybe a cleaning product. If anybody has it, also if anybody has any history on any of these candles, please feel free to comment down below. I am by no means an absolute expert at this, so with my limited knowledge of the older stuff, because there's no archive, right? You can't. They never made their scent notes public back then. The people who bought them back then burned them, don't have them, gave them away, threw them away, aren't in this crazy candle community that we're all in. So there's not much information. I know myself and a few others try to keep an archive of a lot of these things because they're going to go away, right? If we don't keep like a museum, like a digital virtual museum, which would be a fun idea. We should talk about that. We should see if that's even feasible. But so this is a 2005 candle. Unburned. Scent is amazing. Like I said, it's triggering something. Oh. No, not sure. But if you guys have this, let me know what you think. Any history on it. Next, we're going to have, oh man, this one needs to come back. Botanical Woods. So, back in the day, they used to trademark most of their names. Botanical Woods is trademarked. So is Woodland Spring. Obviously, they've probably let these trademarks go away because when I search them, I can't find them. But this is like a grayish wax in here and unburned. See, pretty good condition here. Man, this is great. This is a little aquatic. And again, this is going off what I have in here from us, 2012, 2022, what, a 15, 17-year-old candle. So, a little aquatic, a little airy, a little green. A little greenery in here. So I'm getting this. But yeah, my gosh. I need to find more of these. I need to find more of them all around. Alright, the next one, last one we have here is Mountain Fern. Mountain Fern in the black band with the limited time only label on there. I've yet to see this candle without the limited time only on it, so and it's also a trademark name. Makes me think that it was in one of their test hutches that never made it public. This is a 2005 pour. Again, I'm looking for information on all of these. If you happen to have it and you had all these during their first run, I'd be very curious for any information you have on these so we can build ourselves a virtual museum. But gosh, unburned as well. It's pretty green. Not sure if you can tell, but it's pretty green. Some of the wax separation there. And it's a very green fragrance. Very, very green fragrance. So, man, give that a try. But not burning it. Not burning it. And you can tell it's old. The wax is starting to separate from the glass jar there. That's completely normal. It happens in these older candles there. So, but there. So that is my haul for the winter so far. And I'm sure I will be getting more, hopefully, as folks start doing their spring cleaning. And one day I'm going to sit down and I'm going to go over my whole Black Band collection because I do have a few videos and we can piece them all together and we can talk about them and I don't know, go over all that. Plus, I have a sealed mistletoe gift basket that I got a few years ago that it still has a cellophane wrapped around it, and um, you know, so. All right, well, that's all I got for you now. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back with a few more videos coming up, and have a good one.